Hello guys, I miss you all and I hope you also miss me, but before I do anything else, I think I owe you guys an apology for being so MIA for the past few months. It's not my fault and I intend to explain every bit of it in this video, so keep on watching. So some few months back, I updated my community tab that I was so unwell that I wouldn't be able to pump out videos as I was doing, and I thought that probably maybe a week or two later I'll be okay and I will go back to my normal self. But I didn't know that was just the beginning of what was about to happen to me. Okay, I actually didn't know what was wrong with me at first. I thought it was normal malaria, and so I was so not bothered about it. But then when it got serious, I went to the hospital and I was diagnosed with that condition. So I was diagnosed with a condition known as the Hyperemesis Gravidarum. Now, for those of you who don't know, Hyperemesis Gravidarum is an extreme form of vomiting and stress in pregnancy. Okay, so yes, your girl is pregnant and I was suffering from that condition. Now somebody may ask, so what's the difference between hyperemesis and the morning sickness that ladies who are pregnant often have? There's a vast difference between these two. Okay, if somebody tells you that hyperemesis is just severe form of morning sickness, that person is lying to you. It is not a severe form of morning sickness. It's a severe form of vomiting and stress in pregnancy. It's like an all-day illness. It's all-day illness. You are always sick from morning to the next day. You are always sick. For me, I was vomiting 10 times a day. Anything that goes in me would have to come out, and I was so weak. I couldn't move. I couldn't walk properly, and I thought that there were medicines that were going to help me, but no, there is nothing like that. I tried everything possible, but I couldn't get a medication to get me to get better. Okay, so I was constantly in stress. I was constantly sad. I was constantly crying. I was constantly vomiting. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't even swallow my saliva, because if I dared do any of these things, I would just puke everything out of me. Sometimes I would just take a sip of water and what would come out of me would be a pail full of water. I just took a sip, but I have to bring out a pail full of water. So you just imagine having to go through this the whole day, not just the morning, but the whole day. You are constantly weak because there is no food in your system, there is no water in your system, and my mouth is continuously dry, which I really cherish, because I don't want the case where I would swallow my spit and then I would have to vomit it out. When I was going through all this, my hope was that after the first trimester, that is the first 3 months, I was going to be okay and be back on my feet. It didn't happen like that for me. That was what people were saying. So I just raised myself and dealt with it, and I kept my fingers crossed that after 3 months I'll be okay and then back to myself. It never happened for me. It was throughout my first and second trimester, seriously, and it was serious. The second trimester was the worst. So if you see somebody in this condition, just don't rubbish their condition. Do not do it. Don't say that every pregnant woman experiences it. No, not everybody experiences it. Not every woman experiences this kind of illness when they are pregnant. It is really serious. And if you don't have a support system, for me, I am living alone in my village. I didn't have anybody because my fiance was not close to me. Okay, you'd have to journey back and forth, and it would be stressful on him. I had a nurse neighbor who was helping me out, but unfortunately she had to move out, so I had to do things on my own, which was daunting for me. There were times that I was so hungry that getting up to cook was an issue for me, so I would just take in something, vomit it out and sleep. I just hope that there is a support group for hyperemesis. I mean, pregnant women going through hyperemesis, so that they know how to, they know that they have a support system, because it's not easy. And I'll be truthful here, I didn't enjoy it at all. Although pregnancy is a blessing, I didn't enjoy my first trimester and probably my second trimester. When it got serious, I had to be hospitalized. In fact, I was hospitalized I think 3 times, all of which because I didn't have enough water in my system. My baby needed the water and the food, so all they had to do was put me on the drip system so that they can supply me and my baby some water to get us out of dehydration. So all of these coupled together was the reason why I have been so much out of action. I wish there is a medicine for, or there are medicines for this condition, but I feel there is nothing there is nothing out for us there. Okay, there is nothing out for us there, because I tried all the medicines in the book. I tried metoclopramide. Metoclopramide is actually given to cancer patients, because cancer patients always vomit and stuff, so it helps with the nausea. It helps with the nausea, but in my case it didn't work. Metoclopramide didn't work. Avomine was actually for controlling the vomiting and the spit, and it did nothing, actually virtually nothing. It didn't do anything. I think it even worsened my case. And then I took promethazine. Promethazine was okay. It was okay. I went to one of the hospitals. When I was hospitalized, that was when a gynae suggested the promethazine, and it worked for 2 days. It was okay. I was so happy that it worked, and I even called my headmaster, my head teacher, that, oh, I'll be okay, I'll be coming back to school. But I wish I hadn't made that call, because right that evening that I made that call, the condition just came back with vengeance. It was just horrible, and I balled myself up, and then that day I cried. I really cried my heart out. I just asked God, why are you doing this to me? Is this my punishment for not doing as you want me to do? Because the way things were going, I actually didn't know if I could survive it. So I had to actually send a message to my fiance that I was not going to be able to do it, and I just want a solution to end all of this, because the stress was too much. In the initial stages, my mom was like, oh, I went through the same situation, and after 3 months you are going to be okay. After 3 months, I was still vomiting. In fact, it was worse. In the 4th month too, the same thing was happening, and then in the 6th month to the 5th and 6th month, I was just, it was not stopping. It was not stopping. The only time I had free time, or I felt kind of energetic, was during the week of my sister's wedding. My sister got married in December. I think the excitement made me forget about my condition, and I was going up and down, and then I really enjoyed myself at the wedding, although I was billed to be a bridesmaid on that day. But I mean, the plans happened, so I couldn't do, because my belly was showing and I couldn't wear the dress and all the stuff. But I didn't want to be the attention of the wedding. Okay, so I just bowed out immediately. I found out that I was pregnant. I just bowed out of whatever preparations that we were making, but I totally involved myself in some useful ways. But yeah, that was to the extent. But after the wedding, it came back again, and I was moving up and down the hospital, and one doctor actually wanted to hospitalize me again, and I just told him that no, I'm not doing this hospital stuff again, because I'm tired of hospitals. You are not doing anything for me. You are not giving me the medications that would make me feel okay, so I'm not doing it. You just let me go and come back all the time. I just don't want to be in the hospital. So far, that is why I have been so absent on my channel. So those of you who reached out to me on Instagram and other social media channels that I was not able to answer, it was not my intention to ignore all of you. I mean, No, it was not my intention. I deleted my IG because the messages that were coming were a lot, and I would have to, stress myself and think about something to write, and then for if I give you an answer, you come back with a question again, and maybe I wouldn't be able to answer you again, so you think that I'm not helpful. But God being so good, I feel okay. So far the vomiting has subsided. Sometimes I vomit just once a day, and I am going to school as I used to do. Okay, so I've answered your questions on Instagram. If you have not gone on Instagram for a very long time and you sent me a message, I've replied you, and I want you to go and take a look at my answer. If it doesn't suit you, just come back and then we discuss it more. But I have particularly not answered some questions because those questions are in the videos. Okay, if you really watch the video, you get an answer. People like being spoon-fed a lot, and I wouldn't want to repeat something that I have already given an answer to. So what's the future for this channel? I actually don't know, because coupling baby care and work and side hustles will kind of be stressful, but I am hoping that I will be able to go through each and every part of it. And I wish I could do a family vlog thing, but my fiance is not a video kind of person, a screen kind of person, so I wouldn't be able to do it. And he has specifically said he doesn't want his family to be at the center of attention. Okay, so let's hope so that he changes his mind and I'll be able to show you the baby's face when he or she is born. I actually don't know the gender yet. I've not asked for it. I don't intend. I want to be surprised. Okay, I want to be surprised. So the aunties and uncles here, you should be ready. You should get your baby stuff ready and then start sending them to me, okay, because your girl is expecting. Okay, so yeah, I actually don't know what's going to happen to this channel, but I do hope that I'll be able to pump out some content before the busy time arrives. So to those of you who sent me messages in my Instagram DM and then kept on praying for me and asking of my health and stuff, I'm really grateful, because you don't know me, I don't know you. It's just on YouTube that we have become a family, and you care about me so much, and I'm so grateful for that. You don't know how much it means to me with your constant care and attention. And I am sorry if I saw your messages late. As I explained earlier, I deleted my Instagram, and so I didn't see most of the messages that were sent into my DM, but I promise I have replied each and every one of you. Okay, so I hope my explanation has been accepted and you would agree with me and bear with me as I'm unable to pump out videos as I wish I could. But as time goes on, I hope I can do something like that. So definitely let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, so if you're new here and this is your first time of watching me and you are not convinced to subscribe to this channel, I wouldn't blame you. But if you're convinced and you want to stay and help my channel grow, you should subscribe to this channel and then click on the notification bell so that you can receive a notification anytime I upload a video. See you in my next video. Bye.